Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Joan here, and today's video is going to be on updates on my life and what I am thankful for, because it was Thanksgiving yesterday, and in the US it's a pretty big holiday that people celebrate next to Christmas. And I feel that over the years the meaning behind Thanksgiving has been diluted. It's not as meaningful as it was before. And growing up, I felt that it was more traditional, with actually really throwing Thanksgiving dinners and having a turkey, maybe things that you see in a movie. But nowadays, I feel that many companies take the opportunity to just focus on making sales because of Black Friday, which is the following day. And instead of just having all businesses close on Thanksgiving, businesses are actually opening up on Thanksgiving, that people can't really focus on the idea of being together and spending quality time. And people are just so focused now on just buying things on sale. And back then, you would have to literally go to the store physically and wait on these long lines to buy stuff. And nowadays, with the internet and online shopping, people don't necessarily have to worry about that anymore. They could just order and just not have to deal with all of that, which is nice, but also creates a lot of waste because people just buy a ton of stuff and then they just end up returning it because they just wanted to get it on a discount and then realize they didn't even need it. It just becomes very chaotic. And it should be a day or week end of rest, but whenever I think about Thanksgiving, I feel like it's just a very bittersweet holiday. And some people don't even celebrate it because of political and historical reasons, and we're not going to get into that. So it just feels like the whole country is divided in how they spend this day. But I do want to highlight that I think it is important to reflect and think about what you're thankful for. That's what you would usually say before you would start eating a humongous meal. And for me, when I think about what I'm thankful for, which actually I think about every night before I go to sleep, I'll light up incense and then thank the universe for whatever it is that has happened during my day or during the week or my whole entire life. Because sometimes we're just so focused on every other thing that we don't even get time to slow down and think about what happened and to appreciate that we are lucky and fortunate to still be here on this planet to be able to experience these things. And as of right now, I am very thankful that I am still here on this planet trying to make a difference in the world, trying to use my platform in order to inspire and help others, and not just do stuff because I just want to. I honestly really think about how I can make an impact in the world and leave an imprint for the future, and how people can look back and see that whatever it is that I did or contribute to this world, that hopefully it can continue to make people want to be better and things like that. So I'm thankful for the people that are still in my life who have the patience to hear out whatever it is that's on my mind and to be around me when things are not okay. And I'm thankful for being able to have the things that we probably overlook all the time, is just being able to have a place to sleep, to have food to eat, to be able to have a body that allows you to do things in this world, to have certain things like a phone to communicate, or to have Wi-Fi, even though some people have never even used these kind of gadgets, but it does help to reach out and, like I said, communicate with people. I'm thankful to be able to work in the industry that I do want to continue to work in, and I'm thankful for the people who do watch or read or see the things that I create and are affected in a good way, that hopefully that makes them want to do something with themselves, in a sense of wanting to create or wanting to just make something happen. And I'm thankful just to be able to talk to you like this, because not that many people are able to express how they feel and are able to just say what they want to say, because they are limited by whatever, let's say, government or type of barrier where they are pretty much not able to just say what is on their mind. And so here are some updates that have happened recently in my life. I sometimes have posted that I have a dog, and if anyone knows, his name is Haku. Haku is a white dog and he is named after the white dragon in Spirited Away, the movie. And so Haku has been in the ER the past day, and then he had surgery today. So this is how I spent my holiday. And the doctor called like an hour ago and pretty much said that things went well. So I'm thankful for that. It's been a little bit stressful thinking about all of this, and Haku is literally one of my best friends, because I've seen him since he was born and had him. And I do believe when people say that a dog can sense when a owner feels some type of way. So every time I felt sad, he would know. He knows when I'm not home, and especially when I travel for a long period of time, he definitely can sense that I'm missing and probably is wondering if I'm ever gonna come back. And he is the most happiest, friendliest dog ever, to the point that he's the center of attention, and when people see him, people always gravitate to him and just wish that they could make him their own dog. And we just have been negligent in one of the aspects that we knew was wrong with him, and so that's why now he's in the hospital. And yeah, just hoping for the best to continue. Hopefully everything will just continue to be okay with him. And one funny story I could share with you is that Haku is very overprotective with me and the people I've dated. He can usually sense when the person is not a good person. And so one time I went out with a person I was seeing, and then that person bought me a bouquet of flowers. It was in a vase, and we came back home, and literally Haku's face was all yellow. And the flowers were not yellow, they were white, but the inside was yellow. And his face was all yellow, and I was like, why are all the flowers like destroyed, like on the floor? And it was because Haku ate all the flowers. And sometimes I'm like, how is Haku so big if he loves to eat plants? And that's a whole nother story. So that person that I was seeing at the time was someone who I considered one of the worst people I've ever been with. And that's like very harsh to say, but it's true. And so the fact that Haku did that goes to show you that he kind of sensed that there was something up with this person. Just because he did that. He never did that before. And yeah, so that's the funny story about Haku. And I'm trying to think of what other updates. I am doing a video soon with Lomography. They sent over a camera, and I know I haven't posted any photography related videos lately, and so I'm excited to share with you this. Sometimes, to be honest, I feel that I am irrelevant in the analog photo community because I haven't been really making videos as much focused on that. But I appreciate that people still connect me with all of that. And it's not like the knowledge disappeared, but sometimes I just feel like I am out of the loop. So trying to get back into knowing and figuring out what's happening and in trend, I guess. Another thing is that I'm currently in pre-production for a short film that I am wanting to do for a while, and it just been a lot of digesting and processing and trying to figure out how I'm going to execute this, and that's all I can say for now. And I'm really thankful for each and every one of you. Seriously, for whoever's watching my videos. I know I don't get like 1,000 views until maybe the video has been uploaded for like a year, but when you even just see 100 views, in my mind I'm just like, who are these people watching my videos? And it takes a lot of courage for someone to reach out and just be like, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm from here, and I've never even been to these places. And then they just tell me in paragraphs like how much my video affected them. And that's why it's pretty ironic. Like, I don't see comments sometimes on videos, but most of the time the people are messaging me privately on Instagram or whatever, emailing and telling me how they feel. I just think they don't have the courage to put it out in the world, to put it under the comments in my videos, but people have privately messaged and then they tell me that I inspired them, that I affected them in some sort of way, and I'm like, whoa. And most of them are guys, 100%. My audience, barely female, and if they are female, they're probably most likely people I actually know in person. But most of the strangers that have messaged me are guys, and not in a creepy way or like romantic sense, literally just telling me how they feel towards whatever the topic may be, or how they all of a sudden now want to share with me whatever projects they're working on and things like that. So it's pretty interesting and cool that I got to have these kind of conversations. And I honestly don't ever think about, if I put out this video, like, what is this person going to think? I hope they feel this way or whatever. I'm just like, this is how I feel. This is like what I want to make. And I just put it out there. It's like you having access to my diary and there's no secrets, nothing that I'm like nervous to share. But for some reason, people have stuff to say about it, and then they do tell me, and then I'm like, oh, okay, this person relates to this and stuff like that. So I honestly get very anxious talking to people in person. Most of the time in a group setting, but one-on-one I can talk to people. And one thing I just want to point out is that I know how much time and effort and courage it takes for someone to reach out to someone that they've never met before or never talked to before. So I try my best to respond and answer to each and every one who has reached out, because I just know how that feels, to when you feel like you're like being rejected, or when you feel ignored when someone doesn't respond, especially when you see that it's read or seen and then you don't get a response, and then you see them posting on their story and things like that just messes me up. So I would never want people to feel like that. So again, like I said, I try my best to respond to each and every one in not even in a generalized format either, not like, oh, thanks for watching, okay, cool, like literally being like, oh, like reading and really responding to whatever it is. So hopefully that's reassuring to anyone else who wants to reach out. That's just how I am. And I just kept reflecting lately about how I affect people, because sometimes I'm very tunnel vision, like I just like focus on what I'm doing, and then I don't look at every other thing, if that makes sense. I just focus on whatever it is that I want to work on, and other people, until like they stop me and say, hey, like this is like something I want to tell you, like, okay, then I'll like stop and focus on whatever they're saying. But usually I'm like thinking of whatever it is that I'm just thinking about. So I hope that I continue to inspire people. I would never want to discourage anyone from doing something. I would hope people would just feel like there are good people out there, people that you feel safe, that you can share whatever it is that you set your mind to, as long as there's good intent behind it. And yeah, even though the world can seem very gloomy and very unpleasant, you just gotta have some little hope that there's a reason still to continue to live. That sounds very dark, but it is true. I tell myself that every single day, because it's easier to feel down than to feel on the up and up. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I am going to post one last vlog for the year, and then we'll take a break, and then next year will probably be a whole new set of videos. But again, whoever is watching up to this point, I know the videos get long, but that's just because sometimes it's just not enough time to say it in 30 seconds. So if you're watching, try to do something good today, whatever that may be. Could be big or small, because that little thing can make an impact on someone that could continue as a domino effect, and continue to be a good thing for other people, and then it just keeps continuing, if that makes sense. So thank you again for watching. Pray for Haku, and till next video, sayonara. It's the end of the video, so don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, it will help me in the long run. Okay, bye.